weeks ago, Penn had told the team that kind of the book around the league was Bears can't win close games. And then you guys have the last 2 weeks. Can you feel some sort of change in that regard and in terms of attitude? You've been here, you were here for a couple of years where it felt like those things kind of went against you instead of went for you late in games.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I experienced those games where we didn't win them. So I think, the biggest change is that we're winning those games, right? And showing ourselves that we can do it. Yeah, I mean, I think it is a mindset throughout the week and kind of just having that expectation that when it does get close, we'll make a play to win the game. That's what this league is who makes the most plays. And I think we emphasize that throughout the week, that it's something that we're striving for, no matter how it looks, whether it was pretty or not, find a way to get it done.
Is it the chicken or the egg thing where kind of once it happens, once everybody feels it, or do you need to feel it going into the game to be able to pull it off?
I mean, I think, doing it, right, like kind of having these back-to-back games where, both won't really come down to like a field goal too, and or the last play of the game, and us coming out with a win, I think you got to do something and for you to believe in it for sure. But yeah, I think it just shows that it's a truly a week-to-week league, and you got to go out there every week and find a way to get it done.
What are the keys to limiting cross-scheme error and Jaden Daniels? I mean, it's a high-powered rushing offense.
Yeah, it's a really good from top to bottom. I think just personnel and scheme. They do a lot to kind of create as much chaos as they can with a lot of motions and kind of changing your eyes. And I think all week, DA put in a really good plan of just kind of keeping us calm, getting us set so that we can go out there and just go play, go trust our keys. And, they have really good backfield no matter who has the ball. Obviously, the quarterback's dangerous as well. And I just thought all week we were kind of really good with our details in that way of where we need to fit in certain plays. And at the end of the day, I thought the defensive line was causing havoc all night too, and kind of making it a lot easier for us too.
How did you feel physically, emotionally out there, mentally?
Yeah, it was good to get back out there. I missed it. As I wasn't used to missing time really at all, and it was a different perspective for me. But being able to kind of just help the guys any way that I could was good for me as well. It was a good perspective, but I about had it, so I was excited to get back out there and just go fly around. I felt again just a lot of plays that could have been made that weren't, but just go out there and go get a win was huge for sure.
I know every defensive coordinator is going to emphasize turnovers, go get the ball, but just from drawing on your experience in the league, do they just come in bunches? Like, are they unpredictable, or is there more science to it?
I don't know if there's much like science to it, but I do know that I think we're doing a good job of executing our jobs and taking advantage of the opportunities when they come. I think it is an emphasis every week. We start every week of practice with some type of takeaway drill, which is common in the league, but I think it's something where we do it with such intent that it's a focus for sure. But I don't know. I think it's also one of those things to where they come in bunches that guys want to go out there and make those plays. Guys want to be the ones to get the takeaways. And, you saw kind of even on the punch that Tez had when the ball came out, there's guys fighting in the pile to get the ball. And you realize it's like three of our own teammates trying to fight to rip the ball from each other. So, we want to, go make those big plays to change the game for sure.
Brisker makes that interception. Do you just know it's on? This guy's going to run his butt off.
Yeah, he might hit you. You don't even know, but trying to clear the path and let him go, try and score for sure.
But when they fumble the ball untouched on 3rd and 1 there at the end, and it bounces right to right, are you guys sitting there? Do you feel lucky? Do you feel like you're meant to win the thing? What's the mindset of the defense when that happens?
I mean, I think, again, when you're putting yourself in the right spots, like I think without Shawnee coming off the edge and being right there to go try to make a TFL, I don't think we get that ball. So I think it's everyone getting to the ball, and that's, again, a point of emphasis. And, we see that crazy things happen in this league all the time. We've been on the other sides of things like that. So, it felt good to have one go our way for sure.
T.J., Ben said that the takeaways, it's not luck, it's by design. And you just kind of touched on it. But what is it like throughout practice every single day? How much are they stressing getting the ball? Because you guys are near the top of the league in takeaways right now.
Yeah, I think we're just stressing I don't know. I think it's getting everyone to the ball is such a huge part of this game and how takeaways happen too. Whether it's the D lineman getting out of the stack when the pass is thrown, and then next thing you know, he's knocking the ball out. And I even think, honestly, I go back to Tez's too, where he's kind of just ripping up the field and he sees the back late and is able to put a punch on the ball. But you just never know when that play is going to come. And I think we do a really good job of making that a point of emphasis of just making sure that if there's a play that to be made on the ball, like anyone can go make it. And I think we're getting kind of seeing that come to fruition a little bit, and also I don't know. I think it's just guys wanting to go make those plays.
Ben was talking about turning the page this week after emotional win.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the league, and again, it's short turnaround. We got back pretty late, and coach let us sleep in a little bit today, which was nice of him. But I know we'll be right back on the details, kind of learn from what went wrong throughout the game and what went right here, and then we'll be in the game plan today. But it's a week to week league, kind of like I said earlier. So I mean that win was a good win, but it's time that we got to go prove it all over again.
Do you feel like the Bears are getting enough credit nationally when after these close wins, some commentators or others are saying, you're getting a bounce here, you're getting a bounce there. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I personally could not care less, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think it's one of those things to where you got to go out there and show what you can do every single week. I think it's, you go out there and play really well. There's going to be someone who's going to find something wrong that, said it wasn't that good, or, you lose. And so I don't know. They love you and they hate you. So for me, it kind of is what it is. And I'm just going to, I think as a unit and as a group, we've done a really good job of kind of blocking all that stuff out and going out there and prove it on Sunday.
What's the emphasis this week, and how much does Dennis Allen's history with your upcoming opponent kind of play into it?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the human aspect, I'm sure there's something there with that. But I also we've been around DA for a while now, and he's a guy who's going to come in and get his message across no matter who we're playing. So I don't think that's I think he's going to put together a really good game plan just because that's what he strives to do for us, to put us in the right positions to make plays. And so yeah, I don't really know too much about it, but I know. We're going to be excited for sure.
Ben was talking about his ability to think outside the box. I'm curious from your perspective how you've seen that from your D coordinator.
Yeah, I think especially, I don't know, kind of just his third down plans and how he's trying to attack teams has been cool to see. I think, again, getting our guys up front, putting matchups where they can go win and they can go kind of have that freedom, but also just trying to cause chaos for the quarterbacks a little bit as well, whether that's just getting pressure to speed them up and having our guys on the outside go make plays. So I think, and we'll continue to see more and more still, early into it, but I know we don't want to sit back and kind of just let throws happen. We want to go challenge everything. And as a linebacker, you love that, man. You love seeing the ball come out fast so that you can go get to it and go make a play.
So what's your definition of sleeping late?
Sleeping late. I was up probably 8:30 this morning. Walked the dogs, and that's about it, man. But that's a good day for sure. Appreciate it.
Your head coach said that it's the cleanest he's seen you guys up front so far this season. What were you guys doing better in this game that maybe you weren't doing in the other games?
I mean, I feel like we were just executing our job, opening up lanes. Like you said, it was nice, and sometimes things just happen to go the right way, and it did that night.
How's the chemistry on the offensive line right now, given that you guys had so many different people in at left tackle, and now Theo replaces Braxton?
Yeah, I mean it's great. We do a lot of stuff together, and there's no bad blood, no issues. It's always the next guy up mentality, and we prepare with everybody. Like I was preparing with Oz, and then Thursday Darnell comes back, and we're right back to it. So had it been the other way around, would have been just fine. So I think our chemistry is great.
After the game, Caleb talked about the 55-yarder, and he said he messed up the play call, but once the ball was snapped, everything kind of got made right. How did that happen?
What play was the 55-yarder again?
The pitch and catch to Swift.
Oh, Swift. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear the wrong play. We heard the play, we protected it, and it worked out. So
you didn't notice anything?
I didn't know it was the wrong play call. Yeah.
Ben
It was a perfect play call for the protection and for the scheme, so yeah, it worked out.
Ben was saying that the running game was really working well with the double teams, the combination blocks. Was that just a really good scheme, or were you guys blocking well in tandem together.
Yeah, I say we were blocking really well in tandem. You know, it's something we work on every day. You know, it's how we start the day, how we end the day. So, you know, like I said, we were just able to execute, and we were firing all cylinders. So that's why I was able to work.
When you review the final drive and you guys get that takeaway and then essentially just seal it with a bunch of gritty runs, what did you see when you watched it back?
Yeah, I think my favorite run was the perimeter play with Darnell when he got the little 2-for-1. I think he had two of them on the day too. Um, but all of them, you know, it's just making it happen. You know, doing your job and execute.
For the second week in a row, you guys are gonna face a veteran linebacker, Wagner last week, tomorrow Davis this week. From your position, what do you have to know about a guy like that?
Just know where he's at. You know, they're gonna know a lot of the plays that are getting ready to be run. They're gonna call him out, and you know, just being able to execute, block him up, and you know, get him out of the way.
Is this a game where you maybe pop over to DA's office and be like, can you give some insight on your former guy?
No, I've seen him a couple times. He's a really good player. He's a thumper. He can run games. He's special, and you know, he's been doing it at a high clip for a long time. So we'll have something ready.
What have you seen in the growth of Theo?
I mean, I remember when I first got here, I thought he was pretty dang good. Like his technique is really good for a young guy, and just his maturity, his understanding of the game, the scheme, and you know, just overall, he's a great professional.
When you make these Monday to Sunday turnarounds, what are the keys, both physically and preparation wise, to making it smooth here?
Yeah, just taking care of your body. You know, most guys have a routine set, like massage and modalities and stuff like that, and then just getting the game plan down.
Ben seemed pretty pleased just with the way that you guys handled their interior guys, Payne and what was the other guy, Kinlaw. What do you think, what was the key to that, and just being able to then help that establish the run game?
Yeah, I mean, just doing our job, you know, and you know, trying to dominate in all phases, pass and run, and yeah, they were really good front, but you know, I felt like we got after them in the right way and we were able to execute.
Ben said, I think you see like a smaller menu of run plays. Like, does that help? I guess in terms of protection and all
Yeah,
this.
we can run whatever. It's all essentially the same thing, whether it's wide zone, tight zone. You know, it's just blocking the guy and getting the job done.
Anything you guys did over the bye that you think helped the run game?
Yeah, we just worked on it more in drills and stuff and things like that. But I didn't think it was like prior to this night. I felt like we could have had the same thing happen again. It's just a matter of executing.